Okay. Game is loading up. Good, everything is visible. So yeah, ignore my being here in the stranded graveyard. I was just considering whether or not to activate the stone keys to open that up. I'll save that for another time, though. Well, let's see. Yeah, that groaning is those crucifixes. Apparently the bodies on those crucifixes come to life and scream at you during the nighttime. So, might as well explore everything else here in the Weeping Peninsula. There's just, two towers and a graveyard up here, and then there's the castle and the village. For the sake of consistency with everything else, I used CE to give myself a second falchion and a bloodstained dagger, like the ones that I got running around in the... like the ones that I got running around in the, Demi-Human Ruins. So yeah, there is a, Knight Rider here. If you want to have a bit of an easier time getting rid of him, I would recommend using... well, I would use poison, but I don't... bleed, but I don't have any bleed grease at the moment. Make some. Oh, never mind. He saw me. Guy here has a, flail and it hits relatively hard. Even though the bastard hits hard, he's not invulnerable, and his steed is pretty susceptible to bleed. So if you have a weapon that has native bleed like this scythe, you'll be able to count the steed's health with some degree of ease. Okay. You want to get off a torrent when he's down, do a critical hit. Okay. Damn it, I'm fat rolling. Great enemy felled, I get some runes, and I get the Ash of War Barricade Shield and the Knight Rider's Flail. I plan on using the flail later on, but not at this moment. There's also a Deathbird over by the castle, so I might as well go get him. I'll only make 2 more of these for right now, but it'll be fine. Sacred Blade and Holy Water will be your best friends when it comes to fighting that, boss. He usually spawns around here, around the underside of the ruins, where you'll find a lot of golden sunflowers. Which, by the way, there are a ton of golden sunflowers around here. Gonna put a little plant marker here, just to indicate that there are tons of golden sunflowers. Comes in handy for crafting. Oh, it's morning, that's why he hasn't shown up. Not the end of the world. Knight Rider's flail is still a pretty powerful weapon. It's basically 3 flail heads on a single handle. It needs a disturbingly high amount of dexterity, but... Excuse me, Jesus, I... trying to mute the mic before I got that sneeze out, but it... really didn't work out as recommended. So, let's see if I can't torch this bug. This, and he's all good. fine though, he only teleports around the general area. You'll know when you're close to him when you hear the twinkle, or when you see him. So from this guy, you get the incantation Poison Mist. Pretty useful. Might as well, I'm thinking. Probably head back over to where the merchant is at the rampart, just so that I can get some items in the area.
Trade again.
I have 47 rune, or tier 1 golden runes. I'm not gonna sell them though. They're a little too good to sell in my opinion. Could sell the short bow, and I could also sell one of these. I want to hold on to that. I don't have enough arcanes to use it at the moment, but I will soon enough. Red Wrench short bow and Misbegotten short bow are all pretty okay. One skill is more with dex, one skill is more with strength. Might as well throw the short bow that I currently have in storage, or throw one of the other two in storage. Whoops, that's Ashes of War. Let's put that in there in these two also. These I'll hold on to because why not? Whirl of Flame is pretty cool. Don't think I'm gonna use it though. So there's a spirit spring up here that you can use to ride up, and I'm going to take it up to get something up here at this tower. Tower has a pretty useful shield in it. The Great Turtle Shield doesn't have perfect physical block, but it's still pretty damn useful. Comes with Barricade Shield as its default ability, and it increases your stamina recovery. Oh, now I'm fat rolling. Shit. Never mind. So, over here is a puzzle for this rise. It says, seek 3 wise beasts. And the 3 beasts that you must seek are tortoises. One over at the bush, one by the entrance, and there's one here in the water. Oh, he's right here. The door to the rise has been opened. You know, this makes me wonder if he uses the Clawmark seal as his main seal, or if he uses the Golden Order seal. Because he works with Garank, but he also is a practitioner of Golden Order fundamentalism. Fascinating questions. At least I think they're fascinating. Ponder. So here we are in Aridy's Rise. Memory stone right here. Honestly, I wouldn't want to live or work in this tower without having proper railing installed. Because my god, imagine how easy it would be to fall off there with a precarious slip. That'd be fun. Memory Stone is quite good. It increases your spell slots, so you can memorize more spells with it on. There should be a great... Ah, there it is. It's behind the ruins. I thought it was in front of it. And now then for this, I don't want to interact with those gravity mages and the alabaster ward that they worship. I'd rather just ignore them. Make my way over here to the statue of Brauthus. And, okay, there's some ruins here that you can use as a bridge to reach a tower. So the grace over by the bridge is called south of the lookout tower, and the reason why is because this is that lookout tower. There are some goodies left all over the place. They're basically just there to trick you into running over there and getting it. And then you end up getting poisoned by the Miranda flowers there. Syncadia's damage is actually pretty decent. I believe I already got... No, I didn't get the sorcery from Stalin yet. Okay. The whole trick to this area is that as you get close to the tower, the marksman stationed at this arbalist will, snipe at you. Thankfully, I was able to quickly make my way up and kill the marksman before he killed me. Marvelous. Anyway, you're likely to get poison wounds off of these flowers. Another chain tabard, pretty good. Basically, the Miranda flowers here act as a landmine. As you get close, they discharge their pollen and poison you. So there's a statue of St. Rosas here. Guide and gatekeeper to those returning to the roots. And the way that these statues work is that they send out a beacon that tells you the general direction of a catacomb in the area. So the beacon was going in this general direction, pointing downward. That means that the catacomb is most likely down that cliff face. That blue light pointing into the ground was the mark, or was the little beacon made by Rauthus, who looks kind of like a misbegotten. Either a misbegotten or an Erdtree avatar, because he has like avian-esque feet and not humanoid feet. So that's fascinating. Perhaps he's part Deathbird, perhaps he's part misbegotten, who knows. One thing I do know is that I'm going to enter these catacombs, but before I do anything here, I'm going to go over to Selene and I'm going to get some sorceries from her. Oh right, I didn't beat the catacombs, so I need to physically exit the building.
Tarnished, are we? I wonder you should turn up here. I am Selene, a sorcerer, quite plainly. Why are you here? Ah, a yen for glintstone sorceries. Well, Your aptitude does appear passable, but one must choose one's masters wisely. I was exiled from the Academy of Rea Lucaria. As a reviled, apostate witch, do you still wish to learn from me? Well, you are a piece of work. Very well. You are now my protege in Glintstone sorcery. But I refuse to coddle, or cast kind words. Never. Anticipate grievances, young apprentice.
So let's see. For right now, the sorceries I'm interested in are Glintstone Arc. There are tons of sorcerers you can get Glintstone Pebble from, so I'm not going to necessarily get it from her. But right now, I wouldn't mind getting Arc, Scholar's Shield, and Stars. So from her, you get the Nod and Thought gesture. Pretty nice. Just burned the majority of my runes, but that's okay. Before I go through those catacombs, I'm going to make my way over to the Frenzied Flame Village, and I'm going to get their magic. So let's see. I guess I'll go with the Great Epee. Why not? Great piercing swords are quite powerful. So to reach the... My teeth just suddenly clanged together for no friggin' reason. Something weird happened with my jaw. That was strange. Anyway, the village is right past here. I recommend having the Beast Repellent Torch on because it makes it much easier to navigate the place. There are tons of villagers and rats that are afflicted with frenzy in their eyes, and if they attack you, they'll cause a buildup of madness. The Beast Repellent Torch makes it easy to deal with them. And around here there are some special plants. Those deep red flowers are called Eyes of Yellow. It could be pronounced yellow, it could be pronounced yellow. I prefer yellow because it fits with the naming conventions of the Flame of Frenzy. The flame itself is described as being yellow. So I guess, so to me it just makes sense that it would be called Eyes of Yellow to match the theme naming of the Flame of Frenzy. Okay, some villagers here. More importantly, I want to try to make my way up and around these cliffs. I think a curved sword would be better here, so let me put the falchion. Sadly, the Eyes of Yellow have the same issue as the Trina's lilies. They don't grow, or they don't regrow upon resting on a site of grace like other plants, so you get them once and that's it. Now I want to go over this way. And there's a brace here. It'll come in handy in case the rats kill me. Stormblade has surprising range on it. Anyway, over here is the alien village proper. As you get close, some of these afflicted villagers will attack you. Their main attack is either using their weapons or beating or burning you with a Flame of Frenzy, as that guy did. The thing about this area is that you actually get the Flame of Frenzy as a usable spell. Over in the baptismal cathedral that's in the village. Stormblade is pretty good if you want a decently fast projectile and you don't want to use magic, so that's good. Kind of reminds me of the storm magic that was added in the Dark Souls 3 mod of Convergence. Except with that one, except in that mod, those spells were intelligence-based. They were sorceries, but in this game, storm magic appears to be determined by dexterity. Well, anyway, some of these villagers have spears, and you can try farming them for it. Stormblade again is pretty good for dealing with the rats at a healthy distance. And in this cathedral you got the Flame of Frenzy incantation and a Sacred Tear. Now I'm gonna make my way through the catacombs. Down here in the Impaler's Catacombs, it's another, golem catacomb and not a skeleton catacomb. So that, at the very least, will be a bit easier to deal with. Surprisingly good range coming from this ability. You guys are resistant to slash attacks, which makes sense. They're golems made of stone, after all. Nothing of value over this way. Unless you really want a glove ward and some... Or rather, unless you really want a glove ward flower and some... Or rather, a chance to get something valuable from those gargoyles. So to advance, just walk onto that platform, walk off, and you can pass underneath the platform into this sluice, this aqueduct, and you can just try to make some progress here. Those corpses coming out of the water will try and eat you, so... Is there a prattling blade here? I'll check my inventory, but I'm pretty sure I got a prattling blade by that to that section there. Yeah, prattling plate, please help. Twisted clay sculpture in the shape of a human head emits a voice saying, "Please help." A wistful fetish that imparts words of an eternal journey. Fascinating. I guess that's one way that we can communicate being tarnished. Since apparently we're mute in this game. Trying to dodge out of the... I was trying to guard that attack, but the, dialogue box prevented me from acting, which is really annoying. Anyway. Could try using glintstone magic here. Could also try using Flame of Frenzy. Sucks that there's no catalyst that can cast both incantations and sorceries, so... Try using Flame of Frenzy. Now you don't have to worry about him. Flowers respawn upon resting at the grace. So that helps. And the boss here is a Erdtree Watchdog. Damn it. I hate it when he does that. Get out of the way of that attack. There we go. It's vital that you kill the imps before you kill the boss. Oh, Irina's still here, so let's chat with her.
Hello? Is somebody there? Might I bend your ear for a moment, please? My name is Irina. I've escaped from Castle Morn, to the south. The servants there have rebelled. I can't be sure what it is. My eyesight's been weak since birth, you see. But I swear I heard frightful howling from my good father, secreted me out the castle, but decided himself to stay. He says it's his duty. As commander, I fear for father's life. The servants are full wrath. filled with hatred for every one of us. They've since come for every one of the companions I escaped with. They haven't spared a soul. I fear it's no different at Castle Morn. Please, I implore you, would you mind taking a letter to my father? At the castle, my soul wishes that he escape. Even if his honor should be the price. Please. I just want him to be safe. Thank you. Dearly. Then please, take this. Deliver it to my father, who remains in the castle, if you please. Please, if you wouldn't mind, deliver the letter to my father at the castle. He can be stubborn, but I'm sure he'll come around.
So yeah, as Irina said, the servants here at the castle, which appear to be these misbegotten, they appear to have murdered everyone here in the castle and have made like this giant funeral bonfire, like a celebration of their revolt. From these misbegotten, you can get old fangs. They're pretty good. I think it would have been a good idea if I put this on a weapon that had some upgrades on it, but Stormblade is still doing some decent damage. Range is a little poor, but that's fine. But on a different weapon. That misbegotten there with the bull axe, that's the scaly misbegotten. Okay, need to avoid that attack. That axe has deceptively long range. And he killed me. I wonder what kind of damage I can do putting that weapon art on a sword that has a few levels. For example, on this. Keep it at standard. And let's try out Lord Sworn's straight sword with the with that attack. Especially using Bestial Sling to get his attention. Get some decent chip damage in. Probably equip some heavier armor. Yeah, scale armor is good. $206 damage on one of the guard dogs. 166 when they have their guard up. That's again pretty good damage. There's a talisman that I'm curious to see if it'll synergize with this. It's called the Arrow's Reach Talisman. It extends the reach of some projectiles as you use it. Fascinating thing about it is it doesn't just work with arrows. Some spells are also affected by it. Here we go. 188 damage. Had one of these misbegotten, so that's pretty good. Maybe I should have invested in a healing incantation. Whatever. The only thing that sucks about Stormblade is that anything that gets in the way of the attack will block it completely. Ow. Why don't I try switching to sorceries? My stats may not be ideal for using sorceries, but I can still use them. Let's stick with Glintstone Arc and Glintstone Stars. That staff looks cool. And since I'm using sorceries, let me put on the cat head so that I have more intelligence. Okay, that can be charged. Understood. Huh, there's a misbegotten here. Glintstone Arc is one of the best damn sorceries in the game. It's a wide area and it does good damage. Okay, they've been taken care of rather easily, I might add. Okay, I already reclaimed the runes, that's good. Take that guy out. Nice. Managed to just barely survive, but that's fine. The important thing is that I survived. And let's take care of the Mad Pumpkinhead that's right here. And that Mad Pumpkinhead killed me this time. What? Okay, so the Misbegotten and the Pumpkinheads are hostile towards each other. I didn't know that. I... Go back to the flame that remains on. Fire just works. See what kind of carnage I can pull off with the demi-human queen staff. It does look nice, I'll say that much. It looks like the lily flower on, like, that you always see on, like, Parisian heraldry and architecture. It looks nice. The first thing I'm going to do this time is I'm going to go after the Mad Pumpkinhead. Okay, 2 charged heavy attack, trying not to break his guard. Sanctuary Stone off of him, which is fine. Smithing Stone off of that body. Okay. A bit more damage from the Queen Staff compared to everything else. Designed to work at low intelligence levels, though. So that's why the damage on it is pretty damn good. I think my problem is that I'm just getting careless. Going to make some darts. The good thing about this turtle shield is that it increases your stamina regeneration. He missed me completely. Only negative about this shield is that it doesn't have perfect physical block, but it has close to perfect physical block. Literally, that's the only negative about that shield. To be honest, everything else about it is amazing. Barricade shield is an amazing ability. Physical block may not be perfect, but it's pretty good. And over here is Big Chungus. That's just disturbing. Sometimes the ragdoll physics can be funny, other times it's just disturbing. Just the way that that thing's body is just flopping around. Anyway, in here in this castle, or in this storeroom, you can find a box with a claymore, and it is a very good weapon. Personally, I love the claymore. A little bit heavier than most weapons, but it's good, it works. The greatsword that's designed for piercing. Oh, that soldier dropped something of value. Can't even see where the body is. Both paths lead to about the same area. Just through different ways. Basically, this castle is one giant square, and the path that I made, or the path that I took, went up through one side of the square from the corner, and the side where that path where the pumpkin head is basically the other side of that square. Even though the Godric soldiers are fighting the Misbegotten, they're not on our side. None of these guys are. Upon taking out the enemy, the Misbegotten will attack you upon taking out the Godric soldier. Or the soldiers will attack you upon taking out the Misbegotten. None of these guys are your friends, except for Edgar. Edgar is the closest thing you have to an ally in this castle. Mainly because he's the only person here who's sane. Steel wire torch here, pretty good torch. It lets you blow fire across the path. Let's see. Fire breather, blow into the torch to send out flames. Cathartic, I'll say that much. And it's actually a pretty decent weapon as far as torches are concerned. And Lion's Claw is the weapon art of the Claymore. I'll show it off in a moment. I personally like how, instead of having the straight sword square off stance, now this one has a somersault into a heavy attack that deals tremendous damage and tremendous poise damage. Okay, both of those marksmen have been taken out. I don't think there are any more hostiles around here, not around this way anyway. So, this path here leads to the, leads to a site of grace on the other side of the castle. I'm not going to take it at the moment. I'm just going to keep on taking out these things. You can see, though, all the Godric soldiers and the Misbegotten were fighting each other. And like I said, the moment that you take one out, the other will start attacking you. They'll have no qualms about running in and beating the shit out of both of them, because they're both going to attack you if given the chance. And up here is the only sane man in the castle.
There's a face I've not seen before. I'm Edgar, warden of this castle, as ordained by Lord Godric himself. But you can see how things have turned out. The menials have all rebelled. They gave me good service, or so I thought. But it seems it was all an act. Foul creatures, as it said, and true enough, they're foul inside and out. I'm sorry to disappoint you, but whatever you come here to do, I'm afraid Castle Morn won't hold much longer. Take this, by way of apology.
Okay, he gives us a sacrificial twig, and I'm gonna give him Arena's letter.
I see. From Arena. Thank you. I'm in your debt, but I can't leave yet. Even if the castle should fall, as commander, I must remain to ensure the treasured sword of Morn does not fall into the wrong hands. If you see Arena, do tell her that her father will come for her once he's fulfilled his duties. If you see Arena, her father will...
Okay, so that's it for his dialogue, and now we can continue on the castle. Oh yeah, the path is up above, so you just go across this wooden pathway. From the scaffolding, just take the ladder up, and you'll be able to make your way to the Grace, no problem. Funny how a lot of these Graces have, like, small wooden, like, structures underneath it. Like kindling for a bonfire. I'm guessing at some point in development, the team at FromSoft used bonfires instead of the Grace as a placeholder, probably. And either that's used as a placeholder or it's just a reference. Either way, it's cool. Okay, I can still mid-roll. Bloodhound's Fang is another good weapon for this place. All the Misbegotten here appear to be sleeping. There's some slimes here, okay. Okay, took care of the scaly Misbegotten. I like the idea of the steel wire torch being the torch that's used as a weapon. Oh my, quite a bit of lag. Short of Fire Breather does some pretty good damage. And the burning damage over time is pretty good too. Case in point. Here there's another Misbegotten, and up on top there is another one of those slime monsters. Let's see if I can't hit them with the fire. Can't seem to hit him from up here. I can hit him with magic though. So like the whole way that this works is that you run over to get that shiny, and then the slime monster lands on top of you to try and kill you. But if you look around the auto target like crazy, you'll see that the camera will eventually lock onto him. Please help me. I am of noble blood. These hideous mongrels eat me, I'll be forever marred. Anything but that, please. Think of the disgrace. Well, that explains why the misbegotten were using cleavers as their main weapon. It looks like they were cannibalizing the other... It looks like they were cannibalizing the nobility of the castle. That's horrifying. And up here, there's a box on this tower. Twinblade Talisman. I'll check what that does later once I get a Twin Blade, since it only makes sense to jump off the cliff and die. I underestimated the location of the tower. Oh well. Well, I don't think I'll be needing glintstone anymore. Let's switch back to some incantations. Let's try this, this, and Flame of Frenzy. And let's put on the Plum Arch Seal. Here's the alternate path you can take. You can just jump off here into the prison directly. Trying to see if I can get the proper angle to hit this thing with the Bestial Sling. It's not working. Oral Flame isn't working either. Let's try throwing holy water at it. May the power of Christ compel you. That worked. That was a thing. Yeah, Royal Flame is honestly not all that okay, to be honest, damage-wise. I feel it could work if you use a seal that enhances flame incantations, but I don't have such a thing at the moment. Oh wait, I can still use Fire Breath there? I thought I didn't have enough focus for it. Oh, and a Smithing Stone off of that thing? Okay. Let's see what kind of carnage I can pull off using a, not upgraded... I managed to just barely get out of the way of that. Yeah, if I don't have any focus, it won't stun the enemy at all. Looks like my runes are up here in the tower. $18,000 runes are nothing to sneeze at. It's nowhere near enough to get a proper level up, but it's still something. Tarnished sunflower, enough. Teardrop scarab. If it's red, it'll give you some charges to your Flask of Crimson Tears. If it's blue, it'll give you charge to your Flask of Cerulean Tears. The ones you really want to look out for are the gold, silver, and green ones. Oh no. Well, I need to get the fuck out of here. And all the rats are stuck here. It's a pretty decent early game area to farm for rune arts if you don't mind trying to take out dozens of rodents at once. Poor thing. And in here is a whip. Oh, I see. I'm pretty sure this was a torture chamber. Hey, yeah, no, fuck it. I'm glad that the Misbegotten rebelled. Seems like the only decent person in this castle was Irina. And over there's the boss, so I'll take care of this at another time. One thing I will do, though, is I'm going to go through the Dragonburnt ruins and make my way through Caelid. Should be easy enough. I'm pretty sure those are famous last words. Like, exactly. Where's the Teardrop Scarab that normally shows up here, unless I already got the Ash of War from him? Oh, I did. Okay. Did I also get the Twin Blade by chance? No, I didn't. So Ash of War Unsheath is a pretty cool ability. You sheath the katana, and then you bring it out to do either a slash or a slam. The default ability of most katanas, but the fact that you can get it as an Ash of War is pretty useful in its own right. Pretty damn good in its own right, all things considered. So anyway, in these ruins you're gonna find stuff. Rats, wolfhounds, and villagers. I already got that. Okay, did I already get the I didn't get the Celia entrance in Caelid. And did I just... Okay, then I probably just came here to get that. Okay. Looks like the dog just got chip damage from that, but that's fine. I believe over here is the second of the ruins that I want to enter. Yes, it is. Oh, I did get the Twin Blade already. Okay, well, now I can at the very least explain what the Twin Blade Talisman does. So, much like how the Twin Blade is good for building up a combo, the Twin Blade Talisman increases the damage you do at the final hit of a combo. So say if I do a full flurry like this, 1, 2, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, the 12th hit of that flurry, the final hit of that 3-part flurry at the end, that will get the bonus from the talisman. All things considered, I would prefer using the Winged Sword Insignia or the Rotten Sword Insignia or Millicent's Prosthetic. to get the to do a bit of a damage increase to a combo, because then you do damage to the entire combo and not just that little bit at the end. Okay, I didn't go through the Cellular Crystal Tunnel, so... And the Twin Blade has Spin Slash as an ability, which is okay. It feels... the best way I can describe the poise damage that the Spin Slash does is that it's in between the poise damage that the, in between the poise damage done by a glaive and by a sword. So it's a little more than a sword, a little bit less than a glaive. And over here is the Crystal Tunnel. The Cellular Crystal Tunnel. Don't try to fight any of the enemies here. It's not going to be worth it. The pests hit like a truck, and the crystalline miners also hit very hard. Okay, as you can see, there's a pest up there. The good thing is the explosive damage. Explosion caused by the urn didn't hit enough of a... or rather, the explosion has enough range to hit him through the wall, so that's good. Just keep on running. That pest is going to keep on trying to pepper you with those silk threads, which do a disturbingly high amount of damage. But anyway, for activating that grace, you can exit out into Caelid proper, close to the Swamp of Aeonia and Celia. And I'm really glad that I have this out, because it'll come in handy for reaching the Celia Understair. There's a dog here. You can try to fight it. More importantly, he's guarding the Rotten Stray's ashes. Rotten Stray's ashes are good if you want to get some early Scarlet Rot buildup in on enemies. The dog isn't very tough, but he is fast and evasive. I'm gonna rest up here at this grace just to remove the effect that this has, and now I want to go over to about here-ish. Because over there is the Street of Sages Ruins, and over there is a good item if you want to use, you want a very powerful early game sorcery. Over here there are some Queen Rot Knights. Try to take them out if you feel if you're feeling ballsy enough. Oh, she killed me. Wonderful. You can potentially get some good equipment off of Queen Rot Knights. There's a Take America here, but I'm not going to take it. I'm just going to rest at the Grace because that's closer to where the knight is. The Grace will spit you out at around here on the southern edge of the Scarlet Aeonia. Ashes of War, go look for this, put this on, yes, but fire, sure, don't care. Fire is very effective against Queen Rot Knights. And if you're standing in the rot, you can avoid getting hit by the full barrage by just moving out of the way and standing on terra firma. I'm gonna try putting on the silver foul foot to see if I can't get. Oh, wonderful! When you're booted off the torrent like that, you're going to be invaded by someone. That someone is Millicent. What they tell you, she does not mess around. Speaking of not messing around, not taking these Queen Rot Knights. And there's Millicent. She invades you because the Scarlet Rot that she's infected with has basically driven her insane. You can get an item that's, a thin needle made of gold, and that'll help. Well, not exactly cure, but it will help treat the Scarlet Rot, so she'll regain her sanity. Gonna give her a Royal Flame, and I'm gonna put this in its place. Might as well put on the gold output too. Flame the Red Range is very good for breaking these Rot Knight's guard. Oh, she dropped something. Helmet and the Greaves. Okay, I was hoping to get her armor, but... I mean, her weapon, but her armor is good too. Anyway, for this part, I want to stay riding on Torrent. Let's take the seal out. And where's the... want to go? Where's the Clean Rot Knight that's wandering around here? Oh, there she is. Okay. Again, fire is very good against these guys. Okay. Try to get some healthy distance away from their halo attacks. Because then they'll hit you, and then that'll happen. Okay. Stay evasive. Stay mobile. Don't stay in one place. Also, fire is your friend. Any source of fire damage works well against these red craze. Okay, got her blade mail. Okay, Millicent's going to invade now. I'm gonna get up on somewhere high. Ah, there she is. So that sword technique she does with the Shamshir is not the normal effect of the Shamshir. It's... You know, that's the waterfowl dance. It hits quite hard. Thankfully, I'm too far from the Grace to, or too far from the Big America for the game to spit me out there, so that's actually a good thing. Hello, game. The good thing about Torrance is that he's a spirit, not a corporeal being, so the Scarlet Rot won't physically affect him. The sudden upburst of Scarlet Rot may still hit him though, but the okay. Well, there are 19. Well, there were 19k souls down the drain. Oh well, not the end of the world. That would have only been enough for one level anyway. Okay, she's dead. And there's like one that awakens close to here. Where is she? Okay, well, Millicent's going to invade. Oh well. Not the end of the world. Honestly, a real pain in the ass to navigate this area. Sure. Okay, she's down. Want to avoid there because that's where the commander is. Don't want to get into a fight with the commander just yet. Okay, she's dead. Okay, Millicent's going to invade it around here. Come on, Millicent. The one time I want you to show up is the one time you don't show up. Ah, I was in the wrong area. Okay. Another Cambrat Knight there. That one has a spear. Ah, here's one that has a spear also. Of course. But yeah, the ones that have the spear, you can actually get them to, if you get them to drop it, it's actually a pretty decent weapon. When it comes to the Clean Rod Knights, though, I just prefer trying to get their scythe. And that one here in the swamp is the easiest one to farm. Seriously? This is kind of funny in some way. How long have I spent? How much time has been spent with me just running around here? Okay, get over here, get over here, and what the? You're still alive? Okay. Ah, well, they're off gonna kill me now. These ladies are something else, man. Okay, she's dead, didn't drop shit, but that's fine. They got her gauntlets again. And here is the spear. It didn't drop anything, it's fine. Okay, she's dead. I wonder if she got me with her. No, the helmet. Okay. Well, at the very least, the Queen Bride Knight equipment is good to sell, if nothing else. Oh, Millicent's coming. Okay. And now I have Scarlet Rot. Whatever, as long as I can knock some sense into Millicent, this will be worth it. It's disturbingly evasive, that one. We had some pretty good items for beating Millicent, though. Does it compare to the complete anguish of having to deal with her and everything else here in Aeonia? No, not in the slightest, but... Is it okay? Yeah, pretty good. Okay, there's that one. Another Queen Rod Knight over there. Another one that has the sickle. And she killed me. Millicent invaded. And got me off of the horns, throwing me out completely of the action here. No, that's what I don't like, when invaders pop up and you immediately get off of Torrent. I'm not fond of that, because that just completely throws everything off. Okay, she's dead. And Millicent's here. Wait, I managed to piss off the entire battalion. Just get up here, Millicent. Seriously? Yeah, now I have to deal with the entire squad and the Queen Rod Knights coming my way. How nice. How nice. This is what I hate about Aeonia, just Millicent invading and screwing up your entire flow. You know, I forgot this. I'm going to terminate the stream now. If you're watching this on YouTube, then by all means, leave a like, and if you're watching this on Twitch, by all means, follow. If you don't enjoy this for any reason, then by all means, leave a dislike. A comment would also be appreciated, regardless of whether or not you liked it, just to show... You know, just to show where it is I can improve, within anything. But until next time, I hope you have a good day. I'm gonna put the end card on now.